remember him. He was there from the Masters Academy team, and you remember him from the concert maybe from the school with the great RE lesson. In January, we had a great time. And somebody just wrote, "I remember you when we stole your shoes." Do you remember that as well?
Oh man, I do remember that. That was a great day. I was so afraid you were about to mess up those shoes. They were still so clean at that point. That was funny.
Yeah, fair enough. With new shoes, it's not fun. Um, oh yeah, the first question's coming in. The first question for you is, did you watch Tiger King?
Oh yeah, Tiger King was great. Love that. It's funny now because like I've got the mullet going on, and just as it happens, the swimming shorts that I own are like cheetah print as well. So whenever I go swimming now, it's a serious look.
Oh wow, this sounds bro. This sounds really good. Okay, and now we've got a real serious question, which is,
Yeah.
does pineapple belong on pizza? What do you think?
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, like, I put the foot down on that one. What do you think?
What? Well, I mean, it definitely belongs on that. Wouldn't you? Would you not agree? Like,
No, it's a fruit. It's a fruit. How could it be on a pizza?
I don't know why, but it tastes good. So
Wrong.
yeah. Anyways, I think it will divide people for centuries. So yeah, if you have any more questions, guys, feel free to send them in. And I think another really important question for you is, what would you rather fight? Would you rather fight against 100 duck-sized horses or against one horse-sized duck?
uh, I don't know. Maybe a horse-sized duck. I feel like they wouldn't be able to run that fast. So you could kind of be a bit more nimble, like those are big feet. Whereas 100 duck-sized horses, I feel like they could do a lot of damage.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh yeah, just back on your pizza question. We've got something by Verm saying that tomato is a fruit too. What do you have to say to respond to that comment?
Wiremu, if you're asking that one, Wiremu, you just don't understand. Okay, there's a huge difference. The tomato, it's crushed up, so it's different. It's a sauce. It's not sweet. It's savory. Whereas pineapple's sweet, and it's completely different.
Well, fair enough. Now another question is about holiday. I mean, it's quite hard currently, but if you would be able to go on a holiday, what's your favorite holiday place?
Oh, I've never gone. I've always wanted to go to like Australia. I thought that would be really cool. Pretend to be a surfer and do cool stuff like that.
Oh yeah, so is it mostly about surfing or also about the nature or like what is the most important thing for you on holiday?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Maybe the sun. Australia would be handy because they speak English, so you'd be pretty free to move around. And the maybe accent's cool. I don't know. Just be good crack, maybe.
Oh yeah, fair enough. In the meantime, welcome to everybody new who joined. I don't think I can pronounce all your names, but be welcome. Okay, Verm, we got another question for you.
Yeah.
Would you rather mohawk mullet combo or bald mullet combo?
Oh, but I don't know. If you go for like the skullet, that's what I'd call if you were a bald mullet, because it's like skull straight into mullet. It's tempting, that one. I am thinking about going straight into the mohawk afterwards, maybe just for a week, like just shave it all, see what that looks like. They're both very strong options.
Oh yeah, would be pretty cool. Yeah, it sounds good. Okay. Another question about language. You were just mentioning going to Australia, because they speak English. But do you speak any other language as well?
No, not really. I did like just for like at school French and Spanish. That's it. But it's funny how quickly you forget it all now. I wouldn't be able to do any of it. It's pathetic.
Yeah. But in school, were you like somebody who enjoyed learning the new languages, or did you rather enjoy sciences like you're studying now, or what were like your favorite subjects?
Yeah, both. Yeah, I was doing both. So I did Spanish and French, and then I did biology and ag science. So it was like 50-50. Yeah, it was good fun. I guess obviously now I've gone into science, but who knows?
Yeah, fair enough. Great. Also another question about somebody asking about your sleep habits. Are you rather a person who always sleeps too much, or are you somebody who never sleeps enough?
That's a good one. I saw that. I was thinking about that one. I'm not sure. I think in practice I'd probably be not sleep enough and then be able to do stuff in the day. Sure, you could just have a coffee or a Red Bull or something like that, pick you up.
Mm. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Just reading through through the comments, and there was one about favorite time. So like, which time would you rather bring back? Would you rather bring back the 90s or bring back the 80s?
I don't know. They're showing up my lack of knowledge here. I don't really know the differences. I'm struggling to think about that. Let's say 80s, just because that sounds cooler.
Mm. Yeah. To be fair, I couldn't tell the difference myself either. So I'm sorry to all the listeners here who are like outraged now against us. Please don't be that. And yeah, and in the meantime, Isaac, were you the one that broke into Olivia's garden last night? Did you break into that garden?
I don't think that was me. I'm gonna say that was probably not me on that one.
Okay, good. So Snail Hostel, no, you know it wasn't. It was not Isaac. But another. Sorry.
No, yeah, saying you can cross me off the list of suspects there. I don't think that's me.
Oh yeah, sorry, just missed it. Yeah, anyway, so I don't know whether you've been following around with Soul, but we've always been doing red versus blue challenges. So with Team Red and Red versus Yellow, with Blue being the third team. Sorry to all the yellows. Anyway, the question being which team do you support, or which team would you join or have you joined?
I don't know. It's a hard one. Both going well. You like between the blue and the yellow.
So I'm Team Red, Vermu and Marie were Team Yellow. Team Blue is kind of the neutral team that sparked off, and currently Team Yellow I think was winning the most rounds so far. So maybe that information helps you.
I'd have to be loyal to you, Felix. I'd go with you. Team Yellow.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Anyway, difficult questions here. I was just reading around from Dylan. Would you rather always cry when happy or always laugh when upset?
Maybe cry when happy. I was just thinking, like, if you started then laughing when
it could be the most awkward moment that could happen, or like, like what do you expect out of it?
Yeah, it wouldn't be great either way. You wouldn't want to be crying in public too much, I guess.
No.
Or laughing too much either. It's a lose-lose, that
one. Yeah. I remember just writing at a funeral, so like I think that would be pretty ruthless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, people commenting on you being yellow and green and that, but I think another question for you. But what would you rather have? Would you rather not have have a phone but no friends, or would you rather have what did I say? Phone or no friends, or no phone but friends?
Oh, definitely no phone and friends. 100%. Friends over phones any day.
Good choice. So, but what feature of your phone do you think would you be missing the most if you would not have your phone?
Yeah, texting, I'd say, like WhatsApp, because I guess trying to figure out where your mates are, meeting up with them. I'm not very good at mind reading, so texting would be handy in that regard.
Yeah. That's a fair point. If you haven't mastered the art of mind reading yet, then it might be helpful.
Yeah, that'd be a game changer, that one.
Oh yeah, like just imagine how cool it would be to be able to mind read. Like if you would have a superpower of mind reading, what would you use it for? Like, what do you think?
Just imagine in tests, you bring the examiner down and be like, figuring out if they knew the answers or something like that. That'd be a pretty handy one.
Oh yeah, that's so true. Or like imagine like going into a quiz show and like who becomes a millionaire or something. Oh, that would be so good. Anyway, guys, remember to send in your questions because we've got some good ones, but just send in all of your questions. And what about being favorite YouTubers? Which YouTubers do you like, or who's your favorite YouTuber?
YouTubers. I don't even know. A while ago, I used to be quite into Dude Perfect. You know, they're just class. They're funny. They do some good ones. Who else? I don't know. I wouldn't be a huge YouTube guy, to be honest.
Okay, fair enough. So if you go on YouTube, what type of videos do you mostly watch?
Netflix is great.
Mm.
Love a bit of Netflix, but The Office as well. You can get that on Amazon Prime. I've been binging that at the moment.
Quality. Oh, okay. So, and how about memes? What is your opinion on memes?
Love memes. You just, especially Christian memes. Like, I'm deep into the whole kind of like Christian world meme pages. Like, I'm everywhere on that one. Like, you know, when you're getting requested to be like, for those pages to follow you on Instagram, like, you know, you're pretty legit. So like, I follow like memes for epic Christian memes for Jesus, my Jesus jam, and loads more. I'm blanking now, but I'd say I follow at least 10 Christian meme pages.
Oh yeah. I have to agree that they're so good. Like few of them are Alex makes Christian memes, another good one. Like they're quite so many good ones. Yeah, we've been doing some Soul Lee meme reviews recently.
Yeah, those are class.
So if you wanna send in your memes to us as well, we'd enjoy them. But yes, so is there any meme page that you would encourage our people to follow, or like is there any favorite meme page out of those that you named? Or
I think, yeah, but memes for Jesus, I think, is the main one, and then everyone kind of like rides off their wave. Is the feeling I get.
Good. I have to write it down somewhere to follow it myself because I don't think I followed them yet. But while I'll try to write it down, you'll get to ask another question. By somebody who's asking, what's your favorite song about forgiveness?
Hey Pete. Yeah, I think he's talking about we last year on the gap year we made one, and we thought it was quite cool at the time. We literally just called it forgiveness and everything. But the more I think back on it, the more I'm like, maybe we weren't the best songwriters we thought we were.
Oh well. Well, happens in hindsight. What do you? So if I remember correctly, you're quite good at singing. So do you think will we get a chance to have you singing on our live stream or rapping later, or do you think there's no chance for you to perform something?
No chance. I need about five. You know, it doesn't take a lot of peer pressure to make me do something, but I do need at least about 5 people. So if it's just you, Felix, I think that's not going to win.
Okay. Well, if it's not just me, but the people in the comments, like, do you think if we get a lot of people commenting to sing, you think it would work?
No.
Okay, well, fair enough. It was worth a try.
Too shy.
I don't think I would want to if I were you, but I thought I'd give it a try. Anyway, in the meantime, we've got another hard question, which is, would you rather eat a snail or eat a frog?
Snail, definitely smaller, and they're kind of slimy, so I feel like you could just kind of like suck it up like spaghetti, you know, just get it down quick. Whereas a frog, there's bits and there's bones, you kind of have to like think about maneuvering it like a chicken or something like that. Snail, you can just go straight down in one.
Yeah. Even it sounds still gross, but I mean, like, I can follow your logic. Like, I think it's the better option. Probably.
Although when you watch like The Lion King, you know, like Pumbaa is eating them, he actually makes it look kind of nice the way he just kind of slurps up a little snail or a caterpillar or stuff like that. You just think about it like that, it could actually be kind of nice, a delicacy.
Yeah, but to be fair, I don't think I've ever seen somebody eating a snail. I mean, I think I've seen people eating other insects before, but I don't think a snail was among there before. Great. Okay. I think people really understood would you rather questions for you today, because there's another one. Would you rather never shower but you don't smell, or would you rather always you be able to shower but you would still always smell?
Wait, so either way you always smell?
No. So the first one is you don't smell, but you can't shower. So you probably feel dirty, but at least
Oh
you don't
yeah.
smell. And the other one is kind of feeling clean because you can shower, but you just smell.
No, definitely don't smell, and then just don't shower. You'd save so much time. Like, imagine, it'd be class. Take
Mm.
15 minutes out of my morning routine. Sleep in.
Yeah, that's true. You save a lot of time, even though it would feel a bit weird. I feel like at least for the beginning to
Mm,
not shower. Like I mean, the first week would be pretty weird.
yeah. But then if you're playing sport and you get dirty and stuff like that, raises some interesting questions.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair enough. Any guys, send us more questions. Another one is what is the best chocolate? Like okay, let's start it different. Are you a chocolate guy? First,
I mean,
first
I'm
of all.
not a chocolate guy. I wouldn't say chocolate's like my main thing though. I feel like Haribo is just kind of like it's unbeaten, it's unrivaled there. Snickers is good. I like Snickers because you're not you when you're not,
Mm.
you're not you when you're hungry. You know.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. And so somebody in the chat was making the claim that the best chocolate is Kinder, and so would you agree to that?
I mean, I could see where they're coming from, but I'm gonna have to disagree. I think there's a whole bunch of ones like Ferrero Rocher, Toblerone. Those have it. Lindor.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah, that's true. There's just so many good ones, aren't there? Really, like it's hard to
it's a
decide.
competitive market for sure.
Mm. Mm. Ooh, now we've got a question where I think all your friends should listen up closely when you're answering this one because Dylan asked, would you rather make a huge mistake but your best friend gets the blame, or would you rather have your best friend make a huge mistake and you get a blame?
No, I don't want the blame. Shift it onto your mate. Like, come on. That's the
Fair
easiest
enough.
question yet.
Well, fair enough. Okay, let's move on to rumors question where I asked what is the best drama in the Bible? Or
Uh,
like maybe like you yeah.
oh, flip. That's a hard one. I saw that coming up and I was like, what am I going to say here? Because actually, like, the Bible's full of drama. Like, when you kind of like actually start reading the words, you're like, oh, boom. Like, this is pretty lit. Um, I would say, there's a couple. I think if you read the book of Judges, that would make a class TV show because it's just like a whole, but it's like the best war movies like ever. And I think that would be sick. But for me, I think the main one is at like cliche answer, but Jesus. So Jesus on the cross, and then it's like that whole lead up, and then you got like the crowds going wild, and then like just think about the scenes there. Like everyone's like shouting, "Crucify him!" And then like it's basically like a riot at that point. Then he's heading off, and then he's having to like carry the cross. I just think that's kind of like just mad. Him on the cross, literally dying. Like I don't know if I'd actually want to watch that bit. That'd be part of the film where you're like, oh, I can't really watch. And then when he dies, then it's like goes dark, earthquake, like rock split in half apparently like that.
Mm.
And then like it says like people start raising from the dead just randomly, like that, like that's just like an aside comment. Like it's pretty, like it's just lit. Like and then like everyone's then in hiding for the next couple of days, and then boom, Sunday morning they come across, and then like empty grave, Jesus shows up, bruh. Like that's the best movie you'd ever need right there.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like having utility here that way made it even more epic than it's just reading it, but it's just a brilliant story. I gotta agree
Oh,
there.
best
And
story
it's
ever.
just yeah, and it's in so many ways like it's the best for us really, but it's also a good story in itself. But maybe a little bit of a more controversial question, I guess, or like about being or what would be your favorite villain of the Bible?
There's, um, I can't remember his name. But so in the book of, I think it's the book of Judges, and there's this big fat king, and he's so fat that the way, like, what happens is he's this evil king. So what happens is the one of the Israelite leaders, kings, shows up, is chatting to this the bad king, and then stabs him in the belly. But then your man's so fat that then his fat like goes over the dagger, so he doesn't even like take it out or anything, and then he like jumps out the window, and then like 3 days later, then they eventually figure out that your man's dead. But it's just like, because he's so fat, like they couldn't even see. They just thought he was having a nap or something. I think that's class.
Oh, wow. Yeah, remember was just commenting King Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. I feel like it's a story you couldn't come up with really. Like who would have the mind to think of something if it wouldn't have been happening?
Yeah, so crazy it has to be true. Like,
yeah, guys, please send any more questions you've got for Isaac. Because today's your chance to ask a question. And another question, when we've already been here with talking about the Bible and Jesus, maybe what's an inspiring person to you? And it can't be Jesus, because I think it would be too obvious of an answer. So which person isn't has been inspiring or is inspiring you that's not Jesus?
in the Bible.
Well, I mean, we could say one from the Bible and one from outside of the Bible.
So one in the Bible, let's go for maybe King David. So, you know,
From
he's
outside
just a
of the
sound
Bible.
lad in general, but then actually he's just so cool. So the way, like, Bible, especially like you see him in the Psalms, like he wrote so many of the Psalms, and like the range of emotions he has, and the way he's so honest with God, and the way that like he always keeps his priorities, and kind of like even when like bad stuff's happening and like he's getting real kind of like other kings are trying to kill him and he's having to go into hiding and all that, the way he still kind of is like, yeah, but God, I'm going to praise you through that. I just think that's lit. I think the way that he's able to be this really big figure in the Bible, yet even though he then actually has some pretty significant like failings as well, which are quite public and, you know, are like in the Bible there, everyone knows about it. Yet, and that's what's so cool about Christian life, is that like we all do mess up. We all like, oh man, if someone wrote down my entire life and like the like just the stupid stuff I've done, like I'm Felix, I'm sure you're the same. Like we all mess up. So yet you're still able to be used by God, still able to be this class guy, and that balance of actually how God is so patient with us, so forgiving, so loving, that even though we are flipping like screw up so much of the time, he still loves us and he still wants to, you know, be with us. He doesn't shoot us down with some lightning or something like that. I just think it's class.
Yeah, that's pretty inspiring.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then second half of that question that you asked, someone who I think's cool. How about, so my cousin Patrick, he's a couple years older, getting married today actually is pretty cool. But
oh wow,
yeah, he's a great guy, and you know he's always been so good doing click off. We there?
Yeah. Right. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, my cousin Pat, he's a cool guy.
Fair enough. So yeah, congratulations to him, really, from me today, and also for being named here. Like, brilliant. And you've been showing a lot of knowledge of the Bible so far. Like you've been of the stories. And so why do you read the Bible? Like, what makes you makes you read a nearly 2,000-year-old book?
Oh man, the Bible's just lit. Like it's just class. And you know, I think it's mad how you had like there's this book, the Bible, well, kind of like library, I guess. There's like 66 different books making up the one thing. But the way that I can keep consistently reading, like I try to read it every day, yet like I still get new messages from it every single time I read it. And it consistently speaks into situations I'm in. Like how can a book 2000 like written 2000 plus years ago still be so relevant to what's going on now? Like it's just mad. And again, it's just like another confirmation to me. It's like, you know, like what other book written by a person could ever span that time could ever consistently be the most selling book in the world, consistently be able to give me such truth and insight and wisdom. It's just like, it must be coming from God. Like, can anyone else name another book like that? It's just class. And, you know, then from a Christian point of view, from what the Bible says, you know, it says that it's the word of God. It's actually like God speaking. So when you read that, it's like God speaking to you. And like, that's class. Like, if you actually like think about that, it's like, bruh, like you're actually able to get direction from God and be able to like see what he's saying to you. Like, why wouldn't you want to read it? It's so cool.
Yeah, it's so good. That just really inspires me new to spend more and more time reading it, because yeah, it's just the longer you think about it, the more sense it makes really to just read it. So also some brilliant explanation here from you. Okay, now let's go in a completely different direction, because somebody asked a question about who would win in a fight between Rumu and myself. So what do you think? Who would win in a fight?
Felix, I think Rumu definitely beats you in that one.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I think I gotta agree there. I didn't expect any other answer, because
no contest.
Yeah. Okay, well, but there was an add-on to the question, and it would be a good deeds fight. So who would win in that case?
Oh, draw. It's a draw time.
Good answer, Sig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tough questions, really. Okay, but now back to a bit more about yourself.
Yeah.
So if you would be a billionaire, what would be the thing that made you a billionaire?
Ooh. Lottery.
Oh, what a, so quick! Like I feel like a lot of people would be like, "Oh yeah, I made a great invention or anything," but I think that's just really real humility from you, being like, "Oh."
No, I think that'd be it.
Great. Okay, but if this doesn't happen and you don't become a billionaire, where else do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Oh man, who knows?
Or like what do you want your uni mates to say about you in 5 years' time? What's the question?
Yeah, I'll try that one. I mean, that he was a sound guy, that he was solid. I want my mates to know how much I do love God. That it's not just a, idea or whatever that kind of like affects me on a Sunday morning when I go to church, and that be able to see actually if it's so real to him, maybe I'll give it a try as well, see what he's talking about.
Yeah, that's a really good answer, really, and yeah, really, yeah, it's just so good. Sorry, I was just reading through the chat. Wrong button. That was my table. By the way, so we've got a few more minutes left, and time flying by pretty quick today. So we've got only a few more minutes. So send in your last questions that you've got for Isaac. So somebody in the chat asked you whether he can hear you on Spotify. Are there any songs from you on Spotify?
Chances? No, there's nothing there, sadly. I wish. No. Nothing anyway. Just on my voice memo on my phone. That would be it.
Well, fair enough. But if there's nothing from you on Spotify, like what artists do you listen to, or which artists could you recommend people listening to?
Oh, yeah. Why don't you check out? I think Lecrae is really cool. I really like Lecrae. I listen to a lot of kind of cheesy. I listen to a lot of like Christian rap. I like that a lot. Maybe check him out. He's a good guy.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Good advice here. Gonna check him out, guys. Okay, now another question for you, which I think would be pretty cool if you have something there. Is, do you have any funny childhood story that you could tell us? Like any story that happened to your childhood that is really funny. Like it can be a little bit embarrassing, but I mean, if you don't want to share, that's totally fine. I understand.
I'm on the spot.
Yeah, and if you don't have one, you can think about it as well. I just want to put a question out to you there and see whether you've got something for us.
It's funny how you could just never think of one at the time, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's so true.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, and in the meantime, if you've got any more questions, feel free to send them in the chat again. Um, as I just said, it's your last chance to send them. Oh, and Vermeer was just saying that Lecrae is the man. Like, I think he
Yeah,
definitely
go on,
agrees
Wormu.
with your opinion there.
Wormu knows. He's a good
Mm.
guy.
So yeah, so you said you're mostly into Christian rap, but like, are there any other genres you really enjoy listening to?
Yeah. Well, sure. Like worship music, Christian music. Love that. That's really good.
Mm.
You know, like just like the classics, really. Who do I like? King's Kaleidoscope. King's Kaleidoscope. It's kind of cool. They do kind of like 50-50 between kind of like worship music and then just kind of like normal music and like put it together, and that's cool.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good. We've got some more questions for you. First of all, are you a football fan?
I'm not really. Saw
You're
Liverpool
not.
won, but like it's got to be rugby for me. That's the only
Oh
sport
wow.
I'm about.
Okay, but so do you follow along actively with the rugby scene?
Yeah, love rugby. Love rugby.
Okay.
That's good.
That's nice. Like, have you ever played yourself, or like, are you
Yeah,
playing?
yeah. Well, I
Mm.
guess like season's over now. And then with COVID, who knows when it's going to be coming back up again? Like that'll be one of the
Mm.
last things to start up. But yeah, I will be.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're agreeing rugby for life. Okay, so I must say I don't know much about rugby, but one question that maybe our viewers will get some insight is what's your favorite rugby team, or like which team would you support in rugby?
Yeah, Leinster club. So that's where I'm from, like the section in Ireland. So Leinster's would be my team, and then support Ireland international. You know, pretty basic.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Makes sense. Okay, and oh, that's a tough one. You have to rank in order of the importance in your life: comfort, safety, adventure, and community.
Maybe almost even like reverse. So community, adventure, safety, comfort.
Mm. Oh wow, that's cool. Rating adventure over safety and comfort. That's good.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough answering that on the spot without thinking
Yeah.
about it. That's it. That's it. Yeah, okay. And so just want to check in again with your childhood question. Did you come up with anything, or did you not?
No.
It's fine if you couldn't
I'm
think. I mean, I was
completely
asking you
blank.
questions the whole time, so how could you think about it really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think we've got to leave it with that one there.
Yeah.
It might be better. Okay. Now another question is, what life advice would you give to yourself, to your 10-year younger self? Like, what advice would you give to yourself 10 years ago, if that makes sense, being phrased that
Yeah.
way?
Well, kind of touched on it, but read the Bible. You can never read the Bible enough. And I just think it's the best book in the whole wide world. And the more I read it, the more I understand about God, and the more I find like myself being able to deal with whatever's going on in life. Doesn't mean life gets easier, but it means that you're able to handle it better, I think, when you have just better instruction. I love it.
Oh yeah, that's so good. And I think with that we've already come to an end here, as we've already a little bit over time actually. But so I mean it's a bit similar to that question now, but I think as the last question would be cool from you to hear what advice you would give to our viewers. Like is there any advice or any encouragement or anything that you want to say to the people watching here before
Yeah.
before we finish?
Yeah. I would say, what would I say? Maybe just like how cool God is, you know, and like give it a try, give him a try. And the way, like I can just know with me, like it just changes everything. It really changes everything. And you know, when you know who God is, that it changes the way you think about yourself, because then suddenly you're not on your own. You then suddenly have a purpose, you have a meaning, you have where you have a maker, and then everything changes. Then it's like like in Toy Story, when like Woody goes through that whole kind of like process of like, oh, am I Andy's favorite toy or whatever? But when you have like an Andy, then that's when you get your meaning. So for us, then it's a terrible analogy, but then when you find God, that's then when you find out what you're here for. You find out what the point of life is. And I think that's something that we're all searching for. It's like, why are we here? What's the point of it all? And how do I deal with life? And I think, or I know that the only answer you can find is found in God in that regard.
Oh yeah, that's just so good advice. So yeah, I can just agree on that, guys. So listen to that advice from Isaac, because he's a wise man giving some good advice here. And with that, I just want to say a massive thank you to you, Isaac. Thank you for being here for the Q&A. Thank you for the brilliant takeover that you did. And for those of you who haven't seen it yet, Isaac did a takeover Tuesday, which means he took over our Instagram and posted some stories. And by the way, I didn't tell you that yet, but we saved them in our story in our stories in a takeover folder. So you'll find Pete's stories, and then right behind them Isaac's stories. So if you haven't seen them and want to have a look at them, then go ahead and do that. And also just saying thank you again for the time today, and also for when you came back to Lee. Oh, that's my last question I have got for you.
Yeah.
Is there any chance we will get you back to Lee and being able to enjoy you once again?
Yeah, man, I'd love to get everyone back. Well, we'll wait for COVID to finish, and then I'll book the flights on the way on once we get off this now.
Oh yeah, that's so good, good. So yeah, looking forward to that. But when that happens, I'll come to England as well, and we have a big reunion. So. Yeah.